Okay, you are graphing along with me. We're going to review how to graph a linear equation. These are simple because they are already in linear equation form. They're already in the form of y equals mx plus b. Therefore, I do not have to switch anything around. The rules with this is to first graph your y-intercept, and then we'll secondly graph our slope. So if our y-intercept on my first number one equation is positive 3, I'm going to go to the positive on the y-axis and plot my first point. Here's my y-axis. I go up to positive 3 and plot my first point. Now from this y-intercept, my y-intercept's in the back, my slope is the number in front of my x. My slope is -2. That's the same thing as -2 over 1 or 2 over -1. So I have to remember my rule, rise over run. So first I'm going to plot -2 over 1. If I'm at this point, I'm going to go down 2, 1, 2, and run to the right 1. I'm running to the right because it's a positive. And on like a number line, everything to the right is positive. Now I go back up to this point, and I want to graph 2 over -1. So if I rise 2, I will run to the left, -1. Now I can keep graphing this line by keep going up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1. Or I can continue to graph down here from this point, going down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1. When I draw a straight line through these points, I have now graphed a line of y equals -2x plus 3. On number 2, y-intercept in the back. Okay, I know I'm grabbing first my y-intercept. It's where I will make a point where it crosses the y. This is at -4. So at -4, I put a point. The second thing I'm graphing is my slope. But you say there's not a number in front of x. When there's not a number in front of x, we know that it's understood to be the number 1. So my slope is 1 over 1 or -1 over -1. So from this point, rise over run. I will rise 1, run 1. Rise 1, run 1. Rise 1, run 1. Now, I can keep going, but if I want to go down into the third quadrant, I will have to graph my slope -1 over -1, which still has a slope of 1. So I'll go rise down 1, run to the left, which is negative. Rise down 1, run to the left, which is negative. I'd like you to use a ruler at home. Now I have graphed the equation y equals x minus 4. Going to number 3. negative 1/2 minus 2. The first thing I'm graphing once again is my y-intercept. So at negative 2, I make a point, plot my point. This is already in a form of rise over run. The negative 1 is rising and the 2 is running. Or I can easily say 1 over negative 2, just flip the signs, because it still has a slope of negative 1/2. So I could rise a positive and run a negative. Why this holds true is because this is still negative 1/2 versus negative 1/2, no matter if the negative is with the 1 or the negative is with the 2. So from this point, I want to graph my first slope, the negative 1 over 2. I will go down 1 to the negative 1, and I will run positive 2 places. So I will go down 1, and I will run positive. Down 1, run positive. Now this is only a line going through the 4th quadrant. Go back to this point, and I can graph positive 1 over negative 2. I will rise 1, run to the left, which is negative 2. Rise 1, run to the left, which is negative 2. You can continue doing this as many times as you need to see the graph. Excuse my lines will not be exactly straight. Now for number 4, my y-intercept, which is what I graph first, is at 1 on my first point. Well, I know my slope is 3/4. So that means I'm rising 3 and running 4. Or negative 3 divided by negative 4 is also a slope of 3/4. So I could rise negative 3 and run negative 4. So at this point in my y-intercept, if I rise 3, which is 1, 2, 3, and run 4 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, I have my next point. Go back to my y-intercept, rise down 3, 1, 2, 3, run to the left, 4, because it's negative. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can continue doing this